Five Bros Talking Watchmen. I'm Captain Codebor,
Blacklight.
Uncle Boneless, Crookie, and this guy, Silent Bob, over there.
There we go.
Whatever. We were going to talk about Watchmen before we went to the theater to go see it. So we can make predictions on whether it's going to suck.
Or whether it's going to be good.
Yes, that's what we're doing. So, I think it's going to be good.
I think enough footage has been leaked that what we've seen is all really awesome already, so I don't know like how they can really destroy it if they're pulling directly from the comic that much.
I would like to disagree with you on that one. I've seen a couple of extended clips that they released on the internet,
Right?
and I think that it's going to be a good movie, but I think it's going to be way too focused on the action elements of comic book movies, and we're going to miss out on a lot of what makes the Watchmen such a good graphic novel. The little things.
Do you think maybe they're just releasing the action?
That could be it, but I mean, did you guys see the prison scene video that they recently released? I think sometime around the middle of last week.
I think I watched the first half of it and then had to
Well, it
leave or
swooped
something.
down, and then dropped down, and crouched, and stood up all slow-mo.
Potentially, I don't know.
I saw that one.
That could be it, and then basically the rest of the 7 minutes that video is, it's them fighting through this hallway in between cells. They're fighting all these different inmates in super slow Matrix motion. I don't remember that happening in the Watchmen because there was no fighting between them. Because that whole scene is focused on Rorschach.
Let's take a look, shall we?
It's been a really long time since I read the comics, so.
Once again, I reread it. I just finished rereading it the other day. So.
Are you talking about when they
break?
But they break into the prison and they're breaking Rorschach out. They don't fight anybody. They turn on the screechers and they run in.
Don't they fight punch someone or maybe?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they just.
I know Rorschach.
flip
All
on
he
the
does
street.
is beat that dude.
They take out the dude that is.
The only people that fight are
Rorschach doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That scene is focused on Rorschach.
Okay,
And so clearly they've just lost focus right there.
Yes.
Okay, so right here on page 18 of chapter. Hold it.
I want to say 9.
Whatever. I see Night Owl punching some dude in the face. I mean,
That's what I remember. I remember.
I could be wrong,
I
but
didn't see a lot of action. But
Okay. One panel.
hold on.
Literally one panel
Well,
of fighting.
Let me see this stuff. Look,
It's not a 9-minute scene of them constantly fighting a barrage of enemies.
but they come in there on page 16.
But clearly, it's not the focus
Listen.
of the scene.
Well, they-
Is my point.
They come in on 16 and they fight until they run until 19, and there's people falling down all around them that didn't just pass out because Night Owl was so amazing. The dude punched a lot of dudes in the face. I
Okay.
think that's gonna be.
Who says that he has
fun.
anything to do with that fight scene? This is a prison. This is a prison riot that
Who
they're
said-
breaking into. This is a prison riot that they're breaking
Who
into.
says he doesn't? I'm listening
There's
to what
a-
you're saying.
It's a prison riot, so there's probably already a bunch of people.
Yeah,
been
I mean, I
beat
understand that there's
up.
other people fighting, but it doesn't mean that
But you
there's
could-
not people
and-
fighting them as well.
Okay, my point was that I feel like they've lost the focus of the scene.
Yeah.
But that's
I see what you're saying.
But see, I think this scene is very action-packed. The only difference is you can only put so many panels on a page. In a movie, you can put all that action in. You can fit it in because there's lots of panels in a film.
Lots of frames.
if they wanted to focus on that fight scene in the comic, they would have put more. But they were just they are fighting a few punches. That's all I remember was just a few punches, and then Rorschach. That's all.
Yeah, you focus more on
real
Rorschach.
focus is the Rorschach.
I do understand what he's talking
I understand what you're saying. I just don't think it's gonna bug me as much as it bugs you.
Yeah.
Because
What I was trying to convey by bringing up that scene and then the other scene, where these scenes are they focused way too much on those action portions where it's look at us, it's like Neo fighting.
I don't think they should have
Mr.
slowed
Smith
it down.
in
They should have did
Matrix.
slow motion. I see what you're
It's
saying.
seriously, there's this thing said on the internet about this guy who's a joke. He said, oh, you know, Watchmen's gonna be 3 hours long. You know, it's gonna be like an hour of normal film and then an hour of just slow-mo fighting.
Yeah.
Which is what it's turning out to be so far. So,
I don't know.
Ever since the
see.
first Max
I'm-
Payne game, I've loved slow mo, no matter what.
bullet time.
I'm excited to see it though, whether it does turn out crappy or not. Like, I mean, I think it's going to follow the story enough. There's enough in it to where they're pulling directly from the
Listen,
comic.
I watched the new Punisher movie and I saw X-Men 3, so I cannot be disappointed with the comic book movie.
Also, the spirit,
I saw the Spirit as well.
not good.
I don't know. I think they want the Watchmen to be this year's Batman Begins. But
Batman Dark Knight.
that's the one. Yeah, Dark Knight, excuse me.
Hopefully it doesn't suck that bad.
Well,
Yeah, these guys hated it. I loved that movie.
I think
I don't know
my
if it was good. I
only
thought it was a little cheesy.
my only
I'll
pet,
agree with you.
pet peeve with this whole movie so far is I didn't like how they changed Ozymandias or whatever his name is. Like, I didn't think it looked as like how Alexander looked with a mix of the his suit looked darker and it might have just been the shadow. I haven't seen very many scenes, but what you seen more scenes? What did you see?
There haven't actually been many scenes with him in it released on the internet. But I definitely see what you're talking about. Like, overall, the movie seems a lot, like, really dark. And,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I realize that the comic book has
Yeah.
got, like, a lot of really dark colors and stuff involved. But at the same time, they use a lot of colors
that
that
aren't dark.
used in, you know, today's dark action movies or
Yeah.
fucking comic books in general. I mean,
Crap! We're out of time. Find part 2.